like that has just got me thinking. You know, after you've donated your body to science, and then it goes to like, you know, Kenyatta University or Nairobi Uni, and then guys are like, wow, kumbe, this is what Kerry was working with.
Oh no! Not the fuck you did it.
Not all men are struggling with women. And when I say struggling, I'm saying no, it's not a money thing. It's them, they're okay with the situation. They know how to talk to babes and just tell them, this is what I have. Umejikubali. The challenge is, bona unajionesha kama mtu different.
Exactly.
Yeah, to put me in the box. Right? Why?
There are a lot of women out here who their mothers are actually telling them, find a man who can take care of you. You should not be suffering if you have a man. You have to make sure you look nice so that you get a rich man. They're actually mothers who are telling their daughters this. This lady was even telling her daughter to lie to her boyfriend at the time, who is older and married, that they have a mortgage, so she should be sending her money every month.
I've heard of a story of a mother telling the daughter that uyo usiachilie just because this guy has got money.
Let's look at this whole scenario. Who are the only people who are benefiting from men and women behaving the way they are? Just think about it deeply.
Capitalists.
Thank you. Even just in the place where I live.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the 2 days, we find out, see, there were sneakers, libiwa, blah, blah, blah.
What?
Some guy came and just highlighted the 2 watches that they were the thugs. The watchmen.
What?
Yeah, and then it turns out one of them was actually he had spent time in prison committee for murdering someone.
What?
Our security guy.
Guarding you.
Guarding us.
What?
Let me address the nation. When there is problems with circulation of money, there's never problem of circulation of crime.
Yeah.
Everybody is figuring out how to con you. The mics are officially open. Was Crakalaki?
I saw that.
You do know how fast guys missed you the last episode?
Bruh.
Not us though.
Yeah?
Us, we were dying. Yo.
Shout out to Lotan, man.
Yo.
That's a real
And the petition to have Lotan on the podcast, we have seen your news. It's just that we're a trio, guys. We're a trio. Trio mio. So make sure, like, when somebody misses, there'll be someone seated there. And make sure you stick around for the next episode to find out who will be seated on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but have you been there? Joyce, have you been?
I've been all right, you know, just living my best red flag life.
I see you.
So great on this
Run
side,
the tape.
honestly.
Yani adi outfit ya red.
Hey, I was in theme. Tis the season. It's the color of the season, guys.
Yeah, I saw you ranting like in your car saying that you know you're done kabisa.
Yeah, people are taking my lover girl side for granted. You know, they all of a sudden tumeanza kuzoeana. Okay? So I think I need to go back to my nonchalant, savage ways just to remind you guys that I still can. Okay?
This is it's a safe space on YouTube. People don't judge on the comment section.
No, I'm not going to tell you what happened, but just know my lover girl side is being taken for granted. I don't like it. I feel so disrespected.
Yeah?
I do.
Just don't go live.
Oh, that's your advice? Thank you so much, Kerry.
From experience.
I wonder who tried to tell you this.
Yeah.
I wonder who tried to tell you not to go live while you are live. Just think about it.
So, umepona?
Nah, I'm still healing. Nangoja nipewe degree yangu. Like right before we started, I was telling you how, you know, when you go through bad relationships, it gets to a point like lazima. I think someone somewhere has got to open an institution where unapewa degree yako ya relationship management and analysis.
Okay.
Because countless times, I mean, you point out red flags that I don't see, and I kept on not seeing them, but Said, I think najua kabisa. As in, I can spot and point and be like, apana. Kwanza hiyo outfit ya red yenye Joyce alikuwa. As in, you are literally a walking red flag.
You know, literally. It's so funny. I warned you. That I think when you're in your relationship, because you are, you know, there's a thing where, you know, love just sort of blinds you. And that's why you need people. I always tell people that if you find yourself in a relationship and you're hiding it, right?
There's a reason.
Yeah. it's because you don't want to be held accountable.
Yeah.
Because people ask you questions.
Your friends will be able to pick out some of these things that somebody's doing, you know. And when you're in a relationship, you should be because people. I mean, guys, I understand that. I get it, right? I get it. That should be private. That should be private. Yeah. But like, you know, just do small things. You know me, I do small things just to see how you perform in front of my friends.
Like what?
Like there's someone I was auditioning just 2 weeks ago. Was it 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago? Okay, let me not say auditioning because guys take snippets.
It's not auditioning. It was an audition, vetting process.
Fine.
I was
on the X
start with your name.
No, cool. Sawa. But then,
when you go to your primary school.
When I see them like when we're the two of us, everything is but when they're with other people, they're snobbish.
Yeah.
My people.
That's a red flag.
I don't care. Come on, meta kama nyota.
You know?
Yeah, because this just shows me how you treat people.
Facts.
Or you take people to different scenarios. I've even seen somebody. There's a friend of mine. The guy she's married to right now. When they were dating, everything was going so good. So good. You know that one, Paka, you're even just like, I need to see a red flag now.
Somewhere.
Right? Because things are just, I'm too excited. I mean, everything is, they're ticking all the boxes. So she decided to cause drama. Because they never had an argument. Any good vibes. So she actually just fostered a drama situation, right, just to see how the guy, he passed with flying colors. He's graduated. He's in the marriage. Yeah?
Clearly.
You're saying we need certificates of participation.
Like you're not my ex, you just participated in this experiment.
We need to drop that name X. Because, you know, like, munafanya kwani munafikiri sini magari ati X Germany, X Japan, ati X UN. No.
So unataka waitwe former participants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Former participant, uliparticipate. Hakuna kitu ulifunga. You did not graduate. Ulipata, there's one course hauku graduate, and that's why you're not on the graduate list.
Absolutely.
There we
but
go.
you know, one thing I appreciate is friends who would speak out. And if you got friends around you who actually go on and speak out, yes, sometimes you, like Vlona Sema, you need like you might be blinded by it and you choose not to listen. But friends do speak out. And ikifika point where speak out ya kutosha, hadi they raise their hands and like, you know what, it's fine, whatever you decide, we support you. Those are people who are really, really, really close to you. Because I got into experiences like right after I threw my toys out the pram and I went on live and said what I said. That's when now people would come through and be like, kwani you didn't know these things? As you've been seeing these things, we thought you knew, you guys. And they didn't speak about it. But I'm
guys,
like, anyway, in that position, someone would not speak about it. Maybe it's one of those where like you don't want to be that person where you're out meddling into like someone else's relationship. You don't know what their agreement the agreement is, and so you don't want to be that person to go on and start saying at teacher, this and this is happening. So like
chami.
So unaniita mimi teacher.
No.
Your friends.
Even you, Joyce.
Unajua former participant wako anajua ni as in ana watch podcast anajua kwenye tulikuwa tunasema.
Kwani atadu haizi tupiga.
And funny thing is how people just went on and like decided who it is. I've not mentioned the names.
Kwani unafikiri guys we live in Mars?
Watu si wajinga bwana. Watu si wajinga bwana.
You see how people say in the comment section, unadhani zini matako yako.
Somebody wrote for me that on my DMs and I was just like, let me park this car. I'm going to write to you. How dare you? Write to now I got it. You know these things you have to say, challenge. Finish with #challenge. So that I know that
you're about to
I've
fight
missed,
someone.
But like on this, run the tape, producer. Mungai, run this tape. You know this thing about telling people because people choose, and I think we've spoken about it, coming to tell you, I've seen your person.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not comfortable. So as much as you're judging, guys, most people are not comfortable. The view sometimes guys will say is, here, ndio inirarukie. You know? What is happening in between a relationship? Two people who are sleeping in the same bed, like, excuse me. Kwa kitanda. I mean, there's phrases.
Yeah.
Right? So around the world, it's not a Kenyan thing. Around the world, people, you know, they'll be like, yo, I'ma mind my business.
Yeah.
You know, what doesn't hurt me, blah, blah, blah. But Grace, shout out to Grace. I love this babe. This is what she said.
If I see your boyfriend outside and I come to you and snitch, you can tell them that Grace said. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. Tell them Grace said, I saw them. I'm that type of person that I will see you doing anything to my friends and I'm just gonna walk or turn the other cheek. No! I will snap everything in HD. You dey craze. Don't come and beg me. Oh, Grace, please don't tell her that I was here. Don't tell her. I might lie to you and say, don't worry. But I know where my location is going. The direction of the car is going straight to my friend's house. Grace, don't say anything. Great. Tell them that I can confirm with receipts because I don't go anywhere without a receipt. There's no need for all of that, because some people, they like to deny. Tell them Grace said, you don't have to go through the corner. Tell them that Grace said, I'm the one that said it. Yes, I did it. Don't cry, don't beg. Don't cry, don't beg. Don't do that funny shit around me. I don't care whether she decides to stay with your phony ass, with your stupid bitch ass. If you want to stay with the bozo, you can stay with the bozo. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to snitch on that ass like crazy. I'm going to snitch on you. If I see you outside doing anything, due diligence as a friend, as a friend in need, I'm a friend indeed. I'm going to sing so loudly. Don't do that shit around me so you get clocked. Get one love.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
but also it depends with like your level of friendship. I'm not going to rush to somebody's house if we are acquaintances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like if you're like my boy, even like someone like a few years ago, I just met someone and we just started becoming friends, and she started seeing now another friend of mine who I've known for longer, right? And in the interest of not, then I was looking at it like, oh, let me not talk shit about my friend.
Yeah.
But like I flat out told her, he's not a good boyfriend. Like, he's fun times, we're friends, we hang out. I've seen him in other relationships. This is not going to work out. You are 1,000% his type, and he's gonna bring some toxic shit into your life. And I was like, that is my 2-piece. If you want to go and still do your thing with him, just remember I told you. Yeah. And then when they started dating, I was in the middle. Oh, Nani has done this. Oh, Nani has done this. At some point, I had to stop being friends with both of them.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I told you.
Your madness
like,
is
I
yours.
told you. I know him as a friend. And I've seen him as a boyfriend. He's shit.
There's a line Mariah Carey has in this song with Ariana Grande I was listening to today. She says, I'm tired of participating in your madness.
Yeah.
Right? No, in fact, there's a word she says. Of course, this is Mariah. She doesn't say things like madness. It's a sophisticated word. And she's basically saying, be your own best friend. Pick yourself up. That's just, because that's what you need to tell people. Like, if I come to you and I tell you, yo, this is what's happening. And we kind of did the first time. Like, we're just like, you came and you told us, blah. And, and we said, look, we picked the pieces, we moved on. But then you guys got back. The second time you noticed nobody said anything, right? Because this is now your chance for you to go on the internet and end it.
This is never gonna end, guys. This is
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what have we seen, guys? What have we seen?
Hey, we have seen a lot of interesting things. This internet of ours. So there's this guy, right? Dating a babe, nini. She leaves the house with those ones for, oh, babe, nimeitiwa job, yada, yada, yada. I'll see you later, right? Later never comes. Tries calling, phone is off. Guy goes to the police station, reports his girlfriend missing. 2 days later, she is found. No, not she's found. Actually, she doesn't come home. And then he starts receiving texts asking for 150K ransom to get his girlfriend back. So he goes to the police station, reports. This is here in Kenya, okay? He goes to the police station, reports, Nini, this is the name, whatever. This is the number that has been calling me. 2 days later, she is found in her husband's house with her children.
I saw
The husband who was asking for ransom.
I saw that.
Mind you, she has a boyfriend that she's been dating for like a while.
Yeah,
For like, oh babe, I'll see you. Oh, nimepata job opportunity mali. I'll see you later this evening.
No.
Do you know this story was so serious? It was in the news.
Yeah.
Like, they had to go on and discuss it because now the husband, the boyfriend went all the way to a police station.
Yeah, to report my girlfriend has been kidnapped.
On a ransom messages base, investigation happens. Kumbe, as in, there's more toys that he didn't even know about.
So let me ask you a question.
And they've been living together for 3 years.
Yeah.
With a boyfriend?
Yes.
You lived with a boyfriend for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then the day you go on and get kidnapped.
Yeah.
They find you in your husband's house with 3 more kids.
Yeah.
Okay, but technically she wasn't lying.
What did you mean? She wasn't lying.
She was napping with kids. Right? 3 of them, her kids.
I see what he did there.
She really was kidnapped.
Man.
She's there
She was
with the
with the
kids
kids
napping.
napping.
Yeah, she's like, "Nilikwambia tu na nahitaji 150 for Jonte."
Yeah.
Right? No, but how can you look?
Me, I don't know
first,
how you recover from
first,
that.
Can
Me,
I
I don't
just
know.
high five that babe? Yeah, because men have been doing this since time.
Yeah.
In
Man.
memoria.
You know, you're just looking at daddy. Oh yeah, daddy does night shift. No, daddy doesn't do night shift. He's going to
He has
his
another
other
family.
family.
He's going to sleep.
He's going to sleep. Right? Your mom is just acting a fool. She doesn't know.
You should know at
You
this
know what I'm
point.
saying?
You know,
Oh, God.
Come on, night shift. I need to come see you in the office. I'm bringing you ugali one time.
Nah.
Kuja hapo nione ukifanya kazi.
Uko hapo.
Right? I'm spending some time with you at your
You
night
get
shift.
me? Yeah.
I need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
First, let me just say this.
For a fact, I need to
Is
know.
this thing working? We're not dating if you're doing night shift. Moving on.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We gotta
June
work on
and
the
our
same
thing.
timelines.
Yeah.
At night, I'm sleeping.
We are sleeping.
During
we
the day,
are sleeping.
you are sleeping. How do you see that working? How do you see that working? That's not gonna work. Also, but kidnappings have been such a meaning. Okay, number 2. I was going back to that story for that babe and her husband.
Yeah.
You want to tell me the husband was not involved?
Of course, he was involved.
Like from the get, because I'm thinking.
Oh,
this
he
is-
said relationship.
He probably did
Yeah,
not
'cause
know.
think
Maybe,
about it,
babes
guys.
out here are sleek,
Listen.
man. He probably did not know, and he was just there, thinking, "Oh, my wife probably." Sorry for like stereotyping and just judging how she looked. Nairobi any house help.
Hi.
Mi nimebaki na watoi. Yeah,
By the way,
after 3 years, because I'm so sure, like those 3 years living with a boyfriend, she definitely went to shags.
Yeah, obviously.
Went to go
Yeah,
visit her family.
to go visit the family,
to spend
for
like a
sure.
weekend and whatnot. That's when now she'd go back to the husband with the 3 kids.
Yeah. Na kuja na pesa yenye amepatiwa na boyfriend.
Because that whole story, like even the cops ended up detaining all of them, including
Even the boyfriend?
Even the boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
You had to go on and question and find out, like,
Oh,
who's in
you're not
cahoots, like
involved.
what's actually going on over here. Because it was quite complex.
Yeah.
Man.
Bro,
Huyo
if I-
dem apewe certificate.
Yeah, lakini
Pia.
sitaki machali waseme sijui babes sijui nini. Hii ni kitu mume. Unajua when you have been giving receive.
Take it.
No.
Receive and you take
You know
it.
the way police always tell us, they shot fire and then we return fire.
Yeah.
Here's the returning of the
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Yeah, shit.
We have sent her to return the
Wow.
fire.
In terms of red flags, she's my role model.
Honestly, ladies, I hope you're writing notes.
Take notes.
This can be done.
Yeah.
Sasa sote
No.
tukiwa ma red flag. Na watu
Ken-
wazuri tunawapata
Wacha
wapi?
nikuulize. Okay,
Mtafutane.
run the tape. Kenya kila mtu si red flag? Run the tape.
Niko na kamera nakuona, niko na kamera buda, unaonekana. Acha ujinga, toa ujinga kwa barabara. Wapi? Nakuona na kamera, acha mchezo, nakuona hapa. Nakuona hapa na kamera, acha mchezo. Nataka kuleta mchezo gani kwa barabara? Nakuona vizuri, hata ya mchezo.
The guy who jumps on a bonnet, like in
Pretending
traffic,
amegongwa. Kumbe the driver has a dash cam.
Then he's like, kwenda huko. Even the cop came and slapped him a head.
Stop it, only
Kwanza. I was just like, I need to do that shit one day. She worked him a hot slap across the face. Pa! Toka hapa. And she pushed him. Because, she's there managing traffic and a guy has come to do his thing. Na sasa amevaa outfit yake ya driver, ya matatu. He was in all blue.
Yeah.
Listen, there's no nigga wearing a blue shirt in 2024.
With blue
this
pants.
is not 2007. You remember when every guy was wearing a blue shirt? You had a blue shirt, right?
I know the blue shirt you're
know
talking
what I'm saying?
about. Yeah, like
So this
the
guy has-
corporate shirt, you know.
Everybody had that shirt. Everybody had a blue
Si
shirt.
unaambiwa utafute
Yeah.
blue collar
I'm corporate.
job. So as in ndivyo. As in kila kitu iko na ni blue.
Carry.
Ndio
So, yeah.
unaweza sema umetoka
Kenya
ofisi.
kila mtu ni red flag.
Everybody, you can't trust nobody.
Haya, you think I'm playing? That was the babe
Yeah.
who has played 2 guys.
Yeah.
Did you see the story of the daughter? And it's not actually, she's not the only one. There's rising cases. And during this festive season, I bet you January, there's going to be many stories like this. So what happened? This babe disappeared. So there's lots of people disappearing.
Yeah.
Then, kidogo, the family has been andikiwa the letter. A note, ransom.
Yeah.
Right? Kidogo, they find out it's actually her and her boyfriend. This girl was 17. She's ransoming her own family. Right?
Who I saw that story?
Ukimpeleka home mazee mnadu.
Hey.
Kwanza ile headbutt inamshika zile.
Heady.
Rudisha, go back, start again.
Return to sender, thank you.
I'm talking you back. You know the mom saying, nilikuzaa naweza kukurudisha.
Nitakurudisha. I'll be like, Lord, it's time.
Yeah, just imagine.
Take this
no,
one.
but for real though, you have a daughter.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Exactly.
Me as
Will that mess your relationship with her?
Yeah,
1,000%.
absolutely. Because you stop believing everything that she says. Because it's the story of the kid who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Because if that happens, if you're willing to go on and fake a kidnapping so that you get money out of my pocket, man, as is on the extent zingine. Me najua like the normal ones where you offer to go to the butcher, you're told buy 2 kilos of meat and then you buy 1.5. You pocket the rest. As in hizo creative ways. Let me go to the supermarket and do shopping.
Yeah.
Go on and buy bread. You don't buy the bread akikuja nasema nilikula yote. Yeah, like things like kidnapping, that's another level. You stop believing the child.
I remember the ones we do is you're given Saturday. If your parent is sending you to the shop, what are they thinking?
What do you think?
If you're not selling with coins, sis, we go. You sponsor the bash. Unatoka kwanza una make sure, Dad, let me go do the shopping for you. What do you need? Oh, take this 3,000. Right? How do you spell that? O-M? Oh, no, I want to have detergent. Every day.
Jake.
You write that shit.
Diligently.
They can see, the watchman can see you chopping left
Instead of right.
He knows. Because he's seen other kids also pitting here. So he knows we're all going to meet at that house and then he bounce. Facts. Right? That's the most you would do. You would give your mom. Like now me and you want to go out, right? Yeah. Our moms know each other. So what do we do? Yeah. Of course, our moms know that we're friends, right? But they've never met each other. Yeah. So we give a fake landline and a fake landline, right? So
that's what
see that. No, mom, just shika Kina Joyce's number. It's okay. Just right. That number is disconnected.
if it's ever called, Gen Zs will never understand landlines.
So
they will never understand.
That way, we are busted because the moms have found out. Right? And then they've gone behind the back. So you're just there. Oh, where were you? I was at Kina Joyce. Aki, unajua Kina Joyce manze. Aki, kitliama time.
Maybe
your mom is just like, Kina Joyce wanaishi wapi? But kidnapping yourself, that's crazy.
Level.
But people can't be trusted. Like in Kenya, I think everybody's a suspect.
In Kenya, I'm everywhere.
And that's why I suggest that every Kenyan, in their house, I think we should all do a challenge suspect. Suspect was last seen.
Facts. Suspect was last seen.
Munambiana ukweli there.
I don't want to see a suspect challenge between like the president and the former deputy president. That's bound to be epic, kabisa.
First of all,
because jabs zinatupwa even after.
First of all, can someone please confirm that our president, Bill, had a get ready with me video for real? Did you guys see that thing?
No, get serious.
I swear to God, Mike Mushiri posted it and I couldn't even finish watching it. Like literally it's him walking in State House, holding his things on his way was doing to like the conference. And then the music, I was just like, Lord, take me now. I don't want to live in this Kenya anymore. Turn the tape.
Have I gone too deep into the internet today? Seeing the president on my timeline doing a come to work with me was not on my 2024 Bigo card. I have to admit that this one came as a shocker. You have really surprised me, Mr. President. What is going on? Hapana, I need a word with the videographer. I need to know how this was done. Mr. President, go behind the step behind the retro. Answer, start from afar. Now come nearer to thee. Kuja to just walk. Look at that rock. Do something with it. Cut. Production team, you need to up your game. Joyce, give him a cup of tea to make it believable. Yeah, just walk. Who even chose the music? Who chose the music? I need to have a word with you. We need to know who is responsible for this. Who is behind this? Whose idea was this? Who is behind this? Who is behind this? Good work. Very, very good work. Very nice, amazing work. I love my country. Let it be known.
Yeah, so someone Who is, like Mike
What was that he
asking,
was checking on the Nyasi there?
is responsible? Who is responsible?
I think
because you are on Santa's bad list for sure, straight to hell.
No, but
straight.
on a real though.
hiyo ni transition ilikuwa inafaa kuingia. Whoever is editing ali blunder, like he messed up. Yeah, because
That's so crazy. But you know what, guys? Listen, we live in a hey, I was about to throw.
.com.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry.
In a dot of a world. Just why you got it? Why you got Why are you dragging me, man? Listen, we live in a digital world, right? Okay. And you can't be that rigid guy anymore. Like Kibaki would have struggled in these times. Moi Fast would have struggled, right? Why? Because right now you have to connect with the youth. You're running. The median age in Kenya is 19. Right. True. His audience want to see him as a cool guy, putting sleeves up.
No,
bro.
No, but
listen. I know you don't think it's what he needs to be relatable, right? If you think this issue is so small, there's a scandal going on right now. It's in court. And so, gearing up to 2027 election, there is a company that was working with. So basically, they do propaganda, right? So on the internet, you guys are just like, Ruto must go, blah, blah, blah. Then now they clean, they sufficient rather, they counter it with that, right? So he'd hired this firm. I mean, we're not talking about shillings. We're talking about hundreds of millions, right? So they're in court because things have gone mulama, right? So,
mulama.
Things have gone mulama. So the babe is now suing the government. Now that's how they Soro came out. So it's in the paper yesterday that he's actually buying a propaganda machine. And you see, you cannot be in public. You cannot be up. Okay.
Shit.
Let me put it in perspective.
Oh my God.
Who is the most popular sitting MP right now? Just say the one that pops up in your head
Popular,
first.
like in terms of like social
most
media.
Most popular, yes.
Salasia.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, true.
Why? Why do you know Salasia? He's the MP of?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
That's my exact point.
Lie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not about the work.
Yeah.
Do the work, but if you just do the work by itself,
and people are not relating with
your
you,
enemies are out here
get ready with me.
If you ask Kenyans, what has the president done since he started? They will say a big nothing. Nothing squared, wongos, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But there's a lot, I'm not saying that, you have to follow the government to see the amount of work that they've done or the ones that they've not done, right? But if you just do work and you don't bother to check what people are saying, like your Nini, you'll be the most popular president and you'll be voted out.
Yeah.
Now, he has to start campaigns for 2027 because you have 2 terms. Right? You have to, as much as you're doing the work, you have to plan.
You still have to think about the next term.
That's just what it is. And that's why propaganda, and that's why you're going to see much more. You wait first, he's gone swimo.
Jesus, please.
Mama, they're playing badminton there.
Somebody blow that trumpet immediately. Rapture come now, because I was not ready to see any of that.
But guys, these things happen. I remember I was telling you about this Equatorial Guinea guy, the vice president.
The vice president.
But
him is just a socialite. That's different.
Joho
is also...
Joho shows us that he's working out.
But Joho is also a socialite.
He's boxing. That's the CS.
And at least he's good looking. You know what I mean?
That's the CS of mining.
That's true.
Exactly.
But still, at least, he fits the lifestyle. He has the look, the everything.
And that's why, you see, the people you've mentioned, the look, the lifestyle is a perspective. It's a facade so that the audience, who is 19, can give me their vote. Remember, everything you see out in public, guys, it's smoke and mirrors.
Can you imagine seeing your father doing that? How cringe it, no.
But if he was a public persona, right? And we were his, you see, in your house, he's cringing you because it's your dad,
exactly.
right? Yeah. But he's not our dad. So ask Charlene how she feels about that shit. But to an audience who's consistently just hearing Wongo, Zakayo, blah, blah, blah. For the first time they're seeing the guy, they're like, oh, even your status in Akanga. Oh, kumbe anatembeanga. So it makes him a bit relatable. My guy, you're saying this and Trump is the president of America.
Let's not
It's all about relatability. I kid you not, Biden was not relatable to young people.
That's true.
Right? Yeah. But Trump is that guy who's just like, yeah, we're going to do, and then
he's like,
walking
fuck
out
these niggas.
with Undertaker soundtrack, right? To walking out of his plane to, so these things are all about relatability, period.
No, but some people just don't have the personality for it, and I think Ruto he's pushing it. I mean, it's okay, I've made peace with it, but if someone could blow that trumpet right now, I think it's time
not yet
to hit the reset button.
There's a lot of crazy things happening.
Another thing I saw is politicians stop campaigning when or rather politicians would only campaign when elections are close.
Yeah.
Or they would not campaign if there are no elections.
Yeah.
Like that statement is not about politics or elections. Just watch this clip.
Kuna maswali nimekuwa nikijiuliza na sipati jibu. Men, ebu tell me, munatoanga wapi pesa ya kutuspoil before tuingiange box zenu? Because you think this man goes extra mile, say for the first time before uingiange box, anakuanga very potential. Very potential. Hakuna kitu huwezi fanyiwa. Okay? If you want this, you want that, you get it. But the minute you enter into that man's box, into that man's life, ukwetu manzi huyo chali, that is when insufficient funds start hitting. Sijuangi venye mnakuanga broke. How all of a sudden unakuanga tu broke at a loan? How? Tell me, because I don't get it. Ebu you guys tell me. You tell me, munakuanga mmendenga kwa sako, munaomba pesa ya capture these women or what? Munakuanga mumekopa hizi do or what? Because I don't understand. I don't understand. When I thought the grass is going to be greener, nikiingia box yako, mambo inaenda mrama. Ebu you guys tell me. You men, talk to me, tell me. Because I don't understand. I don't get it. How?
That baby, so she's saying that is so true.
We need answers.
Yeah.
And
What's
as
up
the
with that?
only male person in this trio, explain yourself.
Kuna kuanga na budget ya impression.
Yeah, absolutely.
Entertainment budget.
Absolutely. And it's unwritten. Cost of maintenance is higher than cost of acquisition in anything that you do.
You
know,
but
you're going to buy a house right
now. That's the opposite of what she's saying. She's saying you're spending a lot on acquisition, and then once you have it, the maintenance is not
zero.
there.
Yes, the maintenance is not there because now, like, the cost is too high, so we have to like finya it, kabisa. Because now,
how?
like, there's a lot of other things to do. I've already acquired, so I don't need to go on and spend a lot of money on you. Like, you definitely have got to know that there's other things in life, and when I'm cutting you, it's a one-off, you know, like it's a weekend. Let's go to Malindi, Zanzibar, you know, we'll go on and enjoy ourselves. Lakini tukishaanza kudate, hizo trips tunazisplit kidogo.
And you see,
like they start becoming less. There's times I don't have
how
money.
she's saying they don't happen at all, not at yet they become less. And also, if you can't maintain that in the beginning, then come as you are. Find someone who's in your budget.
Come as you are, utabaki single.
No, find someone who is in your budget. Because if you come to me as someone who can always take me to, what is this place?
Diani.
Yeah, these expensive dinners akina Cavalli every other weekend. And then when we start dating, they stop. Then go and peleka mtu KFC basi. Ka unaweza mpeleka KFC every weekend, tafuta mtu wa KFC every weekend. If you can't afford mtu wa caviar or Cavalli every weekend, wachana na yeye.
Do you support 50-50?
No.
Do you support 50-50?
Kerry, just before you get to that, right? I 1000% agree with Joyce. And you know, let me tell you something, right? Not all men are struggling with women. And when I say struggling, I'm saying no, it's not a money thing. It's them, they're okay with the situation. They know how to talk to babes and just tell them, this is what I have. Umejikubali. The challenge is, bona unajionesha kama mtu different.
Exactly.
Yeah. To put me in the box. Right? Why?
Yeah.
If we can afford 4 trips, like, I should be able to fit in your lifestyle. Like you're bringing your lifestyle and then I'm bringing my lifestyle to kutane katikati.
Yeah.
As women, right, we date. The first couple, and this is a girl who's dating and she's wondering what the you're setting me up. It's like that employer, right, who wants you to work at their place and then they lie to you. Yo, us guys we're $1 million company. My guy, you leave your other jobo, you don't check.
We give you lunch
receipts,
every day,
right? And that's why have you ever asked yourself why visa guys ask you for your bank details?
Yeah.
Because they know Kenya unaonesha is not the real nini. Yeah. So you're over there telling us, come to this company, you come to that company.
Yeah.
Have they duped you? They have. Legally. In fact, you can be able to say, excuse me, this is not what we signed up to. Now,
you guys promised me lunch every day.
Remove the gender thing. Because, I'm so tired of saying that, men, women, right? I just genuinely want to understand. Like, okay. And me, I think this is the challenge.
Yeah.
The person you're crashing on, right?
Yeah.
You want to trap her by force.
Yeah, with like false.
Iyo douche, unataka kuitrap by force na wongo.
Yeah.
Right? Come as you are. If I refuse you because you cannot be able to afford XYZ,
you'll find someone who will accept you.
Can, because you'll still now struggle. And you've just said it yourself.
Yeah.
You said, I'm going to struggle to maintain it. So now you're going to come to have a discussion with me. And you've said, now you bring the issue of 50-50, which still doesn't stand on the fact that you have not, there's something you haven't come over yourself.
Yeah.
Ujikubali tu useme, there's some guys who date and they're very stingy. Me, I've actually dated a guy who's like super, I would say, let me not say stingy because he treats himself well.
Yeah.
Right?
But
and
for
we
other
go
people,
for dinners,
no,
we do that, like, yada, yada, yada. But this is not a guy who's going to be showing you flashy lifestyle. Okay. And this is a wealthy man.
Yeah.
I didn't say rich, wealthy. Okay. Now date the one who thinks he's rich.
Yeah.
He spends more than the wealthy guy.
Facts.
And the wealthy guy and he didn't even, like, he's not driving around with a big car. Okay, who drives around with big cars in this city?
Like very flashy people.
People who you want to tap people with your flashy lifestyle.
Exactly.
How
Like,
many people have been
me.
auctioned in the past 3 weeks?
But you have to really go through it.
So many.
Celebs, right?
Yeah.
Who are showing a certain lifestyle.
Exactly.
Why can't you just do a median range?
Live within your
then
means.
live within the means.
Yeah.
And that girl, you had her wrong. She's not complaining about men. She's complaining about lies.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to really
Basically,
go
don't
through
lie
it
to me.
for you to get to understand that is the way that you need to go. Just be who you are and you'll get your person.
Yeah.
Because out there, a lot of, and I'm still going to go into gender because it's a lot of men who are finding themselves into debt. She even mentioned how you'd go on and take a loan in a circle for you to take me, to impress me and take me out on a date. And sometimes someone would even do that and you continue doing it for so long up until you're inside a marriage and you cannot even go on and tell your partner the truth because your partner is used to you being able to,
Where do you even begin?
to provide a certain kind of lifestyle. It was just some months ago we received a call from a guy who says that he's married. As soon as he drops the wife off Jobo, do you know he picks people on the road?
What do you mean?
For like to just get some spare
extra
change.
money.
Yeah, some extra money. He picks people on the road in his car on his way to Jobo. Those guys pay him like as if it's a job so that he has extra money because he knows in the evening there's going to be more demands of cash. And he's newly into a marriage. Like he doesn't know how he's going to sustain it, but he's just finding creative ways for him to get
That's so
Jobo.
sad.
So men are out here suffering.
There's a cab guy. I was in a cab, and then this guy, you know how cab guys, you just need to say, hey, and then they say, wacha
nikuambie. Let me tell you mine.
Yeah, and I do love having conversations, especially if I notice someone really just wants. And if you're coming to me, no. Sometimes I just don't have time for that. But if you want to have a real conversation, and here was this man. He opened up and he shared with me how, because he was stressed, and I think he just wanted to let it out. And he was like, his wife
Instagram Live
had given him a loan. Right?
Stop
Instagram
with
Live.
this
Meaning
life.
to Instagram sasa. His wife had given him a loan. Right?
Yeah.
A few months ago. He'd borrowed some money from her. So every time, every 5 minutes, he'd be disconnecting a call. So that's when he started the conversation. Because he's like, So then he goes like, ai, wanawake, mimi wacha nikukwambia. Ndoa kama ningejua. And he's like my dad's age.
Oh my God.
And he's basically saying, he borrowed some money from the wife, who he lives with. As in the evening, he's going to that house. Right? And she's calling him off the hook. She's like, Mwangi, 3 months. kwani unafanya kazi gani hapo?
Haya.
Nirudishie pesa yangu.
Haya.
Exactly. So I put this on the table just to say, and that's why I said this is not a gender issue. I'm not going to stand here and say to you, us as women. No.
It's about the lies.
Why do we as society, me at first I'll say this is a societal thing, right? You've been crowned the provider and you have run into it, and you don't ask any questions about what is the boundaries of your provision, right? What can I do? You look at how other people are treated. And look, nowadays on the internet, if you want to prove that you have a lover and you guys love each other, you have to do that pose where you guys are looking at each other and the forehead kiss. That's how you launch each other. I've seen. This is what the internet does. Like, you're all showing us your
algorithm.
So what do you think all this information you're consuming, where do you think it's going? It is imprinting itself in your brain. I'm not your problem. I promise you I'm not your problem.
Yeah.
You see me there and you're just like, yo, I want to be able to, hey, what's up, shorty? I take you for dinner. And then you pick the most expensive restaurant. What's my favorite dish? Ugali.
Right, something
managu,
simple,
and fish.
Yeah.
Do I love sushi? 100%. Last night I had to order, right? Yeah. I can be able to do those things. But it's not something
you eat every day.
Do you want to show me a flashy lifestyle, or do you want to connect with me? Shida hapa si ati ni pesa, machali wakwangi na lugha.
Facts.
As
guys think all you need is money to get a shorty.
Just showing charisma. Hey, yo, let's do dinner sometime.
I agree.
And I'll sit there. Of course, I have things that I want. Like, I want to have somebody who's financially stable. Now, me, I want financial stability. You're showing me financial instability. And you tricking
make
me.
It make sense. You're tricking me. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
You duped me.
Let's talk about what a simple... Okay, if I had 1,000 bob, my boyfriend has 1,000 bob in his pocket, right? This guy who has seen me and he wants to take me out. Like, let's do something. What would be the best way to spend that 1,000 bob?
If you're my girlfriend, we'll do something in the house for that 1,000 bob.
We're going out. It's our first date.
Oh, first date.
Be honest, Kerry.
I won't go out on a date.
You would borrow money.
No,
you only have 1,000.
I will not go out on a date.
It'll be like, come over, let me cook for you.
No, let's not go out on a date now.
Joyce, he has 1,000 bob. You know that, right? What are you guys doing?
Oh no, you can do something. Maybe go for like a walk. I like walks. Walks are a very nice way to get to know someone, have a few snacks, maybe even like a picnic, like kind of style, kind of date. It's a very nice way to like connect.
Exactly.
Not every girl will be okay
into flashy
with that.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, or like will think that is like a good first date.
1,000 bob ni mob.
Yeah, but like you said, for me, it's also about the connection, because if the connection is there, all these other things, everyone communicating these things that I want, it'll be so much easier. You know what I mean? I'm like, I just wanted to get to know you, see if we're even like compatible at some point, and then now you can start being like, oh, we should go on like a date now. We can do something fancier if you'd like, or if we can. It's not a must.
Yeah.
It's about the connection.
And I think, okay, look, it's the ideal situation. Guys are already in the pit of things. The babes are being imprinted. They're like, yo, Nani bought Ambareu, Nani was bought for us, do what, right? Maybe you start there. Don't date somebody who follows socialites.
You know what I mean?
And lifestyle. No, for real.
They don't have a good perception of reality. Yeah.
There are people who are not on social media, right? And they're just like, yo, me, I'm not into that whole lifestyle. Yeah, there are people who are anti, that whole overspending. And there's a way you can be able to look at someone and, and the things that they talk about and know that we're a bit far removed. But how those things that they are putting, aren't they also the things that are attracting you?
Yeah.
Be honest. Is the women the problem, or is it the pressure?
That's definitely
true. The pressure. It's what you see. You tend to like it, and then now you want to show what you like, that who you are is what they would like, and then now you go on and spend money that is not even yours.
Yeah, exactly. Just to show off to other people. Are you crazy?
Let me tell you, me I know guys who take babes on trips like a month of knowing each other.
Okay,
look, if you cannot afford it, don't
show
do it.
me these things. Let's keep it simple.
If you're taking someone for a trip, okay, sawa kuna gari, right? Let's go to Naivasha. Let's go to, even
I'd rather
it's a day drive.
I'd rather you even tell me I really had like to save up for this trip because I know it's something you've always wanted to do. At least you're being honest.
Yeah.
You're not walking around like, I can do this for you every month. No. Like, I wanted to do something special for you. I saved up. Let's go.
But also, I think it's important to, now that we've dealt with guys, and I feel I'm very passionate about this because I have brothers, you know, I have friends, I have, you know, people who are being sucked dry, right? Because the system, the way we've set it, society, there's expectations. Joyce, tunasema vitu kama ati pelekad me on a date tulipanda matatu, you know, right? Was there a time I went out on dates in matatus?
Yeah.
Yes, because that was the time.
Yeah.
And that's where I was.
Yes.
Right? Did I buy my car and now I expect, you know, a bit of comfort?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I date a guy who
1000%.
doesn't have a car? 100%.
Yeah. But we're
Because
not
there was a
riding in
time
matatus.
I had, and I can also
And
bring
it's
myself
fine.
there. I can bring myself there. There's guys who holler at me and they don't have cars, right? But then I just want to see a bit of thoughtfulness on me, right? Don't come there now again at the same time I'm dealing with your ego issues because, you know, I'm like, it's
You're
okay,
feeling
I'll get my
emasculated.
drink. So now I also have to be like, okay, cool. Since we're here, wacha nicheze at this level. You get? So I'm like, let's go kula kienyeji somewhere and just have a good time and chat. The buns is also a thing.
Yeah.
Society, we've canceled these things. And
Banter
these
is
things
so
are
important.
And so you go for the money and then you come out saying, you guys, Nairobi is just ula nakupea. Because I purchased it.
I literally bought
I
it.
worked so hard, I bought this shit.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you haven't seen those guys in the club, like this, the clubs, I don't want to name any clubs, but you know the clubs with like bottle service and everything. A guy will be there with like some pretty babe. She's just sitting there, just drinking her wine. They're not talking.
Yeah.
And that's a night out. And her, she'll be like, my boyfriend took me out yesterday.
Yeah.
You haven't talked the whole night, just buying bottles. Cheers, videos.
I
Meaning
want
the night is
buns.
over. That's it.
I want us to
Your man took you out last night. That was it. That's crazy.
All
And
right.
that's a clear like description of what actually happens.
Yeah.
Because it's like that. You'll just find the babies taking selfie videos.
Yeah,
and
but because the
whatnot,
man
nini, nini,
clearly,
because
because the guy
talking.
clearly went and picked eye candy
Yeah.
to satisfy his ego. Both of them are playing in the
Yeah,
same
they're
field.
playing their
They know
game.
what they do. You know, like you find a guy, right? This happens a lot. Men work so hard, and the Bible will be with you there. She'll struggle with you. She will support you because behind every successful man, that's not just a quote. It's who's allowing you, who's thinking with you, who's putting you, whose shoulder
Yeah,
you
who's
crying
tapping
on,
you, yeah.
who's encouraging
Who's
you and
patting you on the
reminding you
back.
of, well, people are putting you down and not picking
I
your
got
calls.
you.
And she's like, you are man.
You are the
Stand
man.
up, look at yourself, back up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, those things are never, you know, she does that for you. Then you get money. Then what do?
You find the young penguin.
Yes. What is that young one called?
Trophy.
Trophy.
Aha.
So now that is a system we've always known. Now everybody wants to have a trophy.
Yeah.
You're a young man, you want to have a trophy so that your boys can tell you, yo,
Hey, you saw Nani.
no,
Come
more
now,
carry, man.
eh.
Shit. Right? But then you guys have no bands.
Zero.
Right? You are struggling to maintain this
That
relationship.
lifestyle,
You're
so it
literally
stays.
dying.
Yeah.
Right? And then what ends up happening? Femicide. I hated that I slid that one in like that.
Some
but
frustrations
Yeah,
just
it's
come
true.
out
Right?
of nowhere. It's
Now-
resentment.
Let's flip the coin because it's not two people are playing this game.
Yeah.
Babes. Joyce, where did we get from people looking for love to people just looking for money? Because dating nowadays just seems like a transaction.
honestly.
And babes are out here
Yeah.
making statements, which I'm just like, sis, do you really think like that? Like, that's... Ati kama hakupati kitu yote sis kwani unakaa hapo unafanya. You know, I told you, I used to get shocked when I hear people, like my friends would be like, can you imagine I asked this man for salon money and then he alijipatisha shughuli. And then
You
I was asking
asked?
myself, I've never
How?
in my entire life.
Do those words
I
come
don't
out of your
even know
mouth?
how to you know, and I'm not it's not even a brag or anything like that. You know, it's just like, how do I tell you, hey babe, my hair. Nafaa kujiuliza kabla ukuje nilikuwa natengeneza nywele yangu aje.
Hey.
Yeah.
Right? And am I doing my hair for you or am I doing it for myself?
Right? Unless now
like-
you just made it apart and it was the last guy who was paying, now the next guy has to pay. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's...
You know, I have a friend who was being so mewed. Like he even came through to talk to us because he was being somehow by his babe.
About?
His babe is like, when you don't see my hair is not done. Like I've not done my nails.
Mwambia kata
You're
your
my
pressure.
boyfriend. You're supposed to be giving me money for me to go and do that.
That's not true. But
Like he was literally being dressed down because of that.
No, that's
Up until he's like, mini mechoka.
that's crazy.
Because why?
You see, that's what we call emotional abuse. And we gotta call a spade,
Yeah.
right? If someone is abusing you and that your boy was being abused, okay? And women, we must take responsibility for
take
actions. We must call a spade. Look, if you want someone who's providing for you, state it from the get.
Yeah.
Right? Let him know that me natakanga hi, right? If she lets you know and you go in there trying to change her, ole wako.
You are the problem.
Right? But I don't know who is teaching girls, because I was never taught anything like that.
Bruh, same.
I was never taught that I should be going for money,
Yeah.
right? And even now, my mom is pushing me. Yes, she wants me to get married. Yes, she wants a grandkids. Yes, she wants all that shit.
Yeah.
But she's not telling me to go for a rich man.
Right?
She's not telling me make sure you bring somebody who can do for us things. No. But it seems that there are households that are sending girls out saying this kind of things, right?
And unfortunately, yes, there are some of these things. Actually, a lot of these things. I've seen a few of these cases where it actually starts at home. You see the way us were lucky to have mothers who are like, go make your own money, get a career, nini. And then, you can think about the family when you're ready. There are a lot of women out here who their mothers are actually telling them, find a man who can take care of you. You should not be suffering if you have a man. You have to make sure you look nice so that you get a rich man. They're actually mothers who are telling their daughters this. And me, when I actually found out and like I saw the result of the kind of person she ended up being, like I actually felt bad for her.
God damn.
Like you don't have anyone encouraging you to be anything for yourself. You're looking good for a man. You have to find a rich man. This lady was even telling her daughter to lie to her boyfriend at the time, who is older and married, that they have a mortgage, so she should be sending her money every month.
What?
Mind you, ni nyumba umejijengea. This is your mother. Your mother is pimping you out. And this is not the first story I've had like this. There are a lot of cases Your own mother is pimping you.
I've heard of a story of a mother telling the daughter that uyu usiachilie just
Imagine.
because this guy
Jaconado.
has got money. Like he drives a flashy car.
Imagine.
And he's got a good job.
Imagine.
And he's set himself. His life is proper. So they're like uyu usiachilie.
Do you know, I remember...
Just because of that, like as in the family would not even look about the other aspect. Like, does he talk to you right? Yeah. But anakwambia uyu usiachilie. It's about that. It's all about cash.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's funny, last year, I was dating this guy, and I remember almost everyone, a few women friends were like, if this relationship ends, you're the problem.
What the fuck?
And it was meant to be lighthearted, but basically it was because he was wealthy and he was like super, super nice, right? But you see what I've been told, don't let this one go, right? How many girlfriends misadvise their friends like that? Like, lakini babe, see he's taking care of you.
He's paying your bills.
Unajua kuna gari hapo nje.
And it's the girlfriends who also sometimes enjoy from that money.
Yeah,
Like we are going out.
Danny will pay.
Hey, Joyce will pay because your boyfriend's a billionaire.
Yeah.
So,
but then let me ask a question, guys. As much as okay, so first we're seeing that we both play a part, right? Yeah. But all this both is society, right? If we could actively man ourselves, like because there's so many things society demands of me, but I tell society relax.
Yeah, like that sounds like a you problem.
That sounds like a you problem. So and the truth is, living outside of society's expectations is very difficult, right? Because you're chatting
at you like you're weird.
Exactly,
yeah,
bro. Like
what's wrong with you?
I even go for meetings. I'm doing my business, and like the other day I was at an event because I hold different hats, right? So I'm at a really nice mixer, right? Just who's of Kenya, and I'm not talking about Obi's house, like like the other side, the other side of who's, and guess what? I met this LSK chair. Faith for them. So I was telling her like she's supposed to come to my show, and then she was just looking at me like this with her mouth open. Kwambox, you can be serious. Because she's seeing me in this. I was even just here, call me Sheila. Right? I first I didn't even give her permission to call me Kwambox. But like, you know, this, she basically just looks at me and she's like, what are you doing here?
Like she's not used to seeing you in that hat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you are a weirdo. Right? But and I'm okay
you said
with
it.
And I'm
I mean,
okay.
You
Guys,
said it.
Listen,
I've been saying it for years, guys. I've been saying it for years.
I am strange. And that's okay. Because guess what? The rest of you are sitting pretty in boxes that were created for other people.
Yeah,
and then
you're
you point
sitting
fingers.
in them.
You are the reason why my life is hurting. And the other is sitting there said, no, you're the reason. And you are a participant. You need a certificate in your own goddamn life.
You're participating
in the nonsense. I've just given you that quote by Mariah Carey where she's telling this person, be your own best friend. I'm tired of participating in your nonsense. Society will always come up with nonsense, and it starts with one person perpetuating this, and then it becomes a lifestyle. If you're not happy with being used as a man, don't say this gender. Utadate. Say, but you date giraffe. But the rest of you that want to date women, there are lots of amazing women out here. The thing is, what has been etched in your head is Beyonce, Ashanti, blah, blah, blah. But if you walk around Kenya, we don't look like that. Yeah. So babes are adjusting themselves to fit what they think you like. Right?
And it's not even what you really like.
It is not
You've
cheap.
just been told.
That lifestyle is not cheap. Right? A young girl has a salon bill of about 100K or, you know, of wigs and stuff. And she's 25 and no job. Where the fuck you think she's going to get that money from? You. Right? Why? Because you love stroking. The nini lakini usistroke sana itatoka. Yangu neza stroke haitoki.
You know, so even like I feel like a lot of women are being like sold this is how you're supposed to look, this is what you're supposed to do, and like that's all they're focusing on. And like later when they age, because beauty
temporary, fleeting.
There's a reason why they keep saying the beautiful ones are not yet born. You think you're beautiful, give it 10 years, sis. There's going to be someone younger, hotter, finer, but you know, all of those things. So when your shelf life is up, you're left with no job, no skills, no man. So it's just going to be like a generation of slightly older women just wandering around trying to figure out what the hell they're going to do in their lives. You know what I mean?
You see, I tell you, this is a double-edged sword. There are babes who are doing this as a business, and I know a lot of rich girls. Rich. You know,
from
the other day, yesterday I was having lunch with my friend and I was just like, yo, am I hustling backwards? Right? I went to a meeting and this babe, she chomoka in a huge ass Range Rover and I know it's in her name. And anakwanga hawa kina girlfriends in your career na dating.
Oh my God.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you see, a babe like that, if she's smart, she's saving her money. Right? You remember like the OnlyFans babe who needed the 67 million, right? And then she stopped. Now, if you as a man understand that there are babes out here who are doing business, then you go and pick a babe from Quiver. By the way, I'm not hating on Quiver. If you find that babe there, or you find them at TCG, tunakwanga, you know, there's a and I'm not judging. Girl, do your hustle. If that's your hustle, ifanye mpaka utengeneze pesa zote. If there's a man who's stupid enough to fall for that shit,
go for it, bro.
Kula your pesa. But bro, protect yourself because the rate of unaliving in men,
bro, it's crazy.
And then the amount of stress you guys are giving yourselves lifestyle. Charlie Aneza spend 1 million on a babe, and this is a statement. You can spend 1 million on a girl because of a pudesh and your liver. The doctor is calling you have jaundice. But you cannot even go to the doctor and invest even 5 bob in yourself. Yo, you deserve to be robbed. Let these girls rob you.
There is a reason why prostitution is the oldest trade in existence.
Thank you.
There's a reason.
Joyce, oh my God, you're jamming it.
There's a reason.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
And
you're
not inventing the wheel.
It's men.
And then you see the worst part about it is this prostitution behavior is the one now you're calling women.
It's not all of them.
It's not women.
It's not
that
all
is
of
just
them.
call it what it is.
Prostitution. It's prostitution.
Behavior.
It's prostitution.
You know, if you ask like Akina, our mom, to describe a prostitute, what would they do? Just go to sit with your mom and ask her. Apana. Anatakanga pesa.
Na kuanga na wanaume different.
Right? if you'd have asked our moms, makeup.
I swear. Kwanza red lipstick.
It was that there was makeup and then there was excessive makeup. So the red lipstick was an indicator that I'm open for business. Right?
Yeah, my mom actually told me, her shosho told her, like, coming to Nairobi is not a good idea. So to go and start wearing red lipstick like a prostitute. I swear to God.
Exactly.
Wow.
I swear to God.
And all this, you see, there's nothing we're inventing. I mean, look, the only difference between you and Mary Magdalene before she met Jesus
is that there's more stuff now.
is that you have fake eyelashes and hers were real.
There's more stuff.
That's it.
There's more stuff to trade.
Jesus
Okay.
was the only one who
Because
changed
at
one.
the end of the day, it's just willing buyer, willing seller, and the amount of money that you ask for. So just because yours is salon money, right, or sijui, whatever you've managed to con this guy out of, right, which you think is your right, hey, atipaka wanafika place unasema unafaa kuwa ukenifanyia.
Imagine.
Hey,
And
that's
those
immorality.
words
Hapo ndo
actually
tumefika.
I swear.
Right?
come out of your mouth. I actually had a friend who a babe kept him waiting at a dinner reservation, very fancy. He had even eaten, had his dessert, and then like literally when he was about to leave, is when she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I'm literally like in the cab." He's like, "Hey, I've waited for you for like an hour. Me, I've eaten. I'm literally on my dessert. I'm on my way out." It's like, "Okay, are you going to pay for my cab?" I'm like, "You kept this man waiting.
Respect yourself.
No, not even respect yourself. Do you know he sent triple the money of what the cab was? He actually sent the money. And I'm like, ama mimi ndio mjinga ama? I'm not asking for money properly. Sijui kuitisha.
Apana.
You kept me waiting at JW Marriott. Sorry for no PTSD here. Whatever,
No.
like very expensive hotel that I have done a reservation, okay?
Hapo ndio ilikuwa ina happen.
Like, really?
I was like, the most expensive, sorry.
Hapo ndio
JW Marriott.
Hiyo ndio hotel ulitaja.
Nimekungojea hadi nimekula namaliza. Na hata cab. I think 450, hata 450 ni pesa mob. Unaitisha pesa na unatumiwa more than the double, triple the amount. I'm just like, I think there's something we're doing wrong, Combox.
Yeah, so
I think there's something
but
we're
look,
doing wrong.
me,
No,
at
you're
the
doing
end-
things right.
The moral of the
clearly.
story here is whatever it is that you're playing at, you be successful. But don't, I can't meet, I can't hire a thief and then
Going
complain
with
when
this.
I'm robbed.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know exactly what you are doing.
You know,
Yeah.
you're a
Facts.
willing participant.
Case
I can't be. Ati nani unajua ni mwizi lakini labda amerifa. Kamera yangu iko wapi?
Wewe ndio unamreform mama.
Like I said,
You're
only
prison.
Jesus.
Are you
Only-
the reformer?
You know what? Only Jesus changed one. So unless you're Jesus,
Don't
man,
save them.
Don't, yeah, as in,
She
don't.
didn't ask to be saved.
Yeah, don't try and perform miracles.
Yeah.
You know,
And
just
baby,
kubali.
J. Cole rapped about this shit, right? Don't save her.
Yeah.
She don't want to
That
be
was
saved.
his line,
What is
the
he
line.
talking? What is
that
he
was
talking?
me every
What
5
was
minutes
he
in my
talking
life.
about in that song?
Exactly
Yeah,
what you're
what
doing.
we're talking about.
Men want to act like, yo, I want to change this girl's life. Yes, I do get it. Let me put the other perspective, because I know there's another guy I know who he said, look, you meet a girl and you just want to make her life better. You're a provider.
Yeah.
So you want to move her, like if she, for example, anaishi kwa Roysambu, okay, kwa slum, unataka, because and you're living in Kile, you're like, yo babe, see, you move to a better place. Like, especially if she has aspirations, right? So you want to upgrade her. It's natural. It's natural for guys to want to do this.
Yeah.
Because society has termed you as the providers, right? But then when you can clearly see, because even in any investment, see, there has to be a return on investment.
What's
Does the return on
ROI?
investment need to make sense to you?
Yeah.
Right? That's when the calculations happen. That's when you do your math and you look like, am I getting, is this the way I want to go about it? Is this who I want to invest in? All this love, which I should be putting in a wife, right? You're looking for a wife by trying to trap hoes into turning into them into wives.
Into a wife.
No, bro.
Ow.
I'm just saying, like, that's no, that's, anyway, I'm sure there are hoes who are married.
Yeah, but the long and short of this story is it will always amaze me how unaware of our power we are as women.
Yeah.
Because pum-pums have literally destroyed civilizations, not just families.
Yeah.
What
Men
destroyed?
have done anything and everything for nyap. And as women, if you let that sink in, if you think of how much power you have as a woman,
I like
you start
pum pum
using
better
it
than
correctly.
Bro, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Joyce, who are you hanging out with?
I like
You know, every time,
I'm in my red
Meow.
flag
I use
era.
that word.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when
red
someone,
flag era. I
Yeah.
support it. Let's be red
Honestly.
flag.
when someone comes up with new lingo, you know, hey, who have you been hanging out with?
Shut up.
All
I'm
right.
in my red flag era.
So,
Nobody.
So that was your story, right? So okay, now can we touch on femicide since we're talking about it?
Yeah.
So I saw this story. Did you see the story of this one that has been trending of the guy who stabbed his wife 18 times allegedly?
No, what?
The suspect.
There's so many of them.
Bro.
Like,
Yeah. And that's
to keep
why
track.
it's so important that we keep having these conversations about relationships, because let me read you some stats from my head from the UN. 140 women are killed every day
yeah.
in the world by somebody they love.
Or someone
And I
they know.
start. Women are more unsafe at home than on the
Than
streets.
with strangers.
Than on the streets.
Just to elaborate on that, it's also a woman is killed every 10 minutes.
So that's where it
No!
comes. Yes. So like as we started till we got here, 5 women have been killed by somebody that they know. Like, it's not a joke, guys. And you see, for me, when you hear, like, I want you to think about that, by somebody who you know, which means this person is not a career murderer. This is not something that this person has thought about. What has led us to that? And these are some of the things that we mean.
That lead
by the
people
time
there,
Kerry was coming out to the internet, it's because he's a balanced human, right? But the next guy did not
unstable
have
one,
the opportunity to go on the internet.
Yeah.
Whatever is leading those men to do whatever they are doing, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Facts.
And we cannot sit and say, you men need to stop killing us. It's the same reason I went to the streets and I said it, right? It's not about men. It's not about men being the
Society.
perpetrators.
Yeah.
Because also men experience the
Abuse,
loss,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Your sister is killed, your mother is killed. You're also experiencing the loss. And not all men are. Yeah, that's usually the argument. But remember, it's not somebody who's choosing to get into this space, right? This is passionate. Yeah? Whatever it is, whatever the reason, we need to start respecting each other.
Yeah.
We need to reach to a place where we have some level of boundaries, because it might not be you who faces the repercussions of your bad behavior.
Yeah.
Let me repeat. The reason why everybody must hold themselves accountable, right? Whether men,
or women.
playing their part, or women coolering money and doing all sorts of things and, treating men like trash and or whatever, you might not be the one who faces the repercussions of that behavior, right? Because sometimes when a guy is telling you about this gender, and I ask him, have you experienced it? He says no. So he's talking about what his boy has gone
seen,
through. So how do you think when you meet that guy, how he'll behave to you?
Yeah.
He'll
You're
move with
going
those
to
ones for
experience
this
the bad
gender.
thing. All these guys who on Saturday morning, toxicity man, what's it called?
Toxicity what?
Saturday. Toxicity.
Americ's
Oh, that is what is it called? Is it called toxic masculinity, man? Something?
masculinity is something.
Oh, so. Yeah, you see the toxicity that's on there sometimes, and you're just like, guys, it can't be a gender war. Whoever is driving the agenda on gender war, right, is just trying to separate us. And the only winner, guys,
It's gonna make things worse.
Guys, let's look at this whole scenario. Who are the only people who are benefiting from men and women behaving the way they are? Just think about it deeply.
Capitalists.
Thank you.
It's always the capitalists. That
You
was such an easy
spend
answer.
money. All this is about spending money. It's about spending and spending, lack of it, perception of who has it and who doesn't have it.
How
It's
much
the
of
reason-
it you have.
It's the reason you dress the way you do. It's the reason you talk the way you do. It's the reason you have the lingo. It's the reason why you live where you live. It's all these things are not about us.
Yeah.
We're just driving capitalist agenda.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you have to hold yourself accountable. How do you talk about women? How do you talk about men? Yeah? There are babes who we know who talk about men like their wallets.
True.
Right? How are you holding that babe accountable? I think we all need to hold ourselves accountable. We need to get to that place where we're just like, because look, I know it's such a big problem. It's like dealing with world hunger, right? If I tell you to start thinking about children in Ghana or where in Turkana who are hungry, it's too much for your mind to fathom. But
Start here.
are there people who are feeding people, right?
Yeah.
You just sit to that, it overwhelms you, poof, right?
Yeah, like too
but
much.
that's not what we're asking.
Yeah.
Everybody must play their part. if you don't play your part, you're good at breaking babes' hearts and treating them like trash.
Yeah.
That girl, will give advice to her sister.
Yeah.
About
Be like, men are trash.
And then how will this babe go deal with Mungai?
The same way.
Yeah.
She will go to Mungai with now vengeance, which has been transmitted.
Yeah. From
It's not
someone else,
hers,
yeah.
right? So we all need to figure out ourselves. And
Yeah,
I think
true.
mental health is so muhimu.
Bruh.
Mental health ni kitu muhimu, bro.
Yeah.
It's very
Ujiongeleshe.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like on, I think it was Mushiri still. Mushiri kills me. He was like, just every night, kama uko na balcony, end up upige duru. Get that stress out of your system, go sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have
Yeah.
to do something
Lakini si
for
kama
your
unaishiro
mental
hesabu
health.
na kile ukipiga kelele
Unapiga
hivyo bana,
kelele.
utapiga kelele
Unakujiwa.
no kwa kitchen ya mtu
Kitchen.
Kwa
Kitchen.
Kwa kitchen.
balcony iko hapo ni
Guys, you
nyumba ya
have to
mtu
do
mwingine.
something for your mental health.
Yeah.
Kama unataka enda upige duru.
It's 1000%
Then
true,
go
guys.
and
Absolutely.
sleep,
Yeah.
honestly, because
So-
this unstable behavior is becoming very concerning.
And I think us as Boxpod, I want to make it very clear that we stand against any form of
No
violence.
violence to any gender.
Yeah. Unless it's this.
Yeah,
This
because
kind of
video,
violence.
yeah.
That one we condone. That
One is called removing the ujinga.
He deserved that one, honestly.
Bro. As in-
We all need to have dash cams.
Yo.
man.
Bruh, like, is it that people are getting desperate or what? Because when I've ever had someone
People
like try to
are
do that,
getting
but like
desperate.
mine was like, ati umenikanyaga huku niona nilikuwa nimesimama hapo kando, and I could smell the guy was drunk. I was like, miss kupati pesa ya kwenda kufungua locks, chew it.
Yeah,
And I drove off.
People are so broke, so everybody is turning to crime. I think we just talked about abduction.
Yeah.
But they be very vigilant.
Everyone is
I don't
turning
think-
to a life
I don't
of
think I've
crime.
said this here.
Yeah.
Let me address the nation,
Ah? What is it?
fellow Kenyans. You can laugh like Joyce, but we are in very serious times. Economically, a lot of people are broke, right? I read a stat that a lot of households are not able to feed themselves.
Okay.
Or households are eating one dish a day, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no.
So, what does that mean? When there is problems with circulation of money, there is never problem of circulation of crime.
Yeah.
Aha.
Everybody is figuring out how to con you. Trust me, in just 2 weeks, I've been conned by people that I know,
Guy.
right? Copy like hefty amounts, right?
Did you ever get your money back from
No,
the...
bro.
Oh, no.
Yeah. In fact, I was talking to the cop today. So
Jesus.
I'm just telling you, like, you see, that's your friend.
Yeah.
I think right now, maybe the best thing would be, because, there are people around you who are sleeping hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know.
People like people who are talking to you and they are financially in shambles.
Yeah.
Right? If you can reach out to people, right? I said we should do like even just if you can spare like extra amount of your chums instead of buying drinks, right? Buy food and take to your people.
Yeah.
Because there are people who actually do not have, right?
Guy.
But I'm just reminding you that the truth is insecurity itashinda makarao.
Honestly, when things get this tough, I agree.
Yeah.
I
There's
can
a
see
time
it.
Baka, they had to do a crackdown. Yeah, when insecurity gets, I think you forget. There are
What?
times when
Yeah.
insecurity gets so bad. Because
Yeah.
you know what types of
Yeah, they do
insecurity we're talking
crackdown on
about?
gangs.
Things like
find out who's
house
got
robbery,
weapons.
right?
Right,
Like
right,
that one
yeah.
is just even in the place where I live.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the 2 days, we find out. See, there were sneakers, libiwa, blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
What?
Some guy came and just highlighted the 2 watches that they were the thugs, the watchmen.
What?
Yeah, and then it turns out one of them was actually an armed. He had spent time in prison committee for murdering someone. What? Our security guy
Guarding you.
guarding us,
What?
bro. As in, how do you even unanzia wapi? Right? And
How do
that's
you even
not
begin
all.
to feel safe again?
Just sit down with a cop and ask him, hey, what's going on right now? They'll tell you.
The stories they'll tell you
Even
are
in town,
crazy.
you meet I want you to put in perspective. You're a father, right? You have 4 kids at home,
Yeah.
plus your wife, right? And plus the wife is talking to you shit. She's calling you all the time, right?
Yeah.
Umepata kitu yote, lunch inafika na unakumbuka breakfast hatukula, right?
Guy.
And guys, this is not slum talk. I'm talking about middle
Regular
class
households,
incomes,
yeah.
right? So someone is calling, umepata kitu yote, and you're walking like a headless chicken in Tao.
Yeah.
You're walking like a headless chicken in Kileleshwa. You don't know what to do. What are you going to do?
Find an illegal way
You
to
are
get
going to
it.
find an illegal way to make money.
Get that money.
Because utambia landlord ndio amnakuongelesha shit.
Sasa utarudi kwa nyumba bila pesa tena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So just be vigilant because things are not good.
Yeah, because honestly, there are some things just as parents, I'm sure it must be like so difficult. Just going home and like seeing your child sleeping hungry. I can't
Bro.
even begin
And-
to understand what that would do someone's
And things
mental
are not
health.
well now. Things
Yeah.
are about to even get worse. It was just the other day. I was reading a statement from Kenya Association of Employers, something like that. And employers are out there in their small associations agreeing that there's no money. They're going to have to start letting people go.
Yeah, so many people have been let go so far. There's even someone who was telling me he went to pick up his friend from the airport the other day. Had gotten a very nice job in Nigeria. One of its, I don't know if it was Microsoft, a very big company. Had to lay off like a couple of its international HQs. Yeah.
Because like even Nigeria is struggling as much as we are. Comrades in the
Comrades,
struggle. Because
okay.
they're also like Nigeria is such a sad story. You know, like Kenya, I can understand we don't have natural resources as such. We
Yeah.
do, but like name the
Not like
name
the
natural.
Nigeria.
No, we do have,
Yeah.
but we just like
Ours
they
is
made
like
it a secret,
agriculture. Yeah,
right? They made
yeah.
it a secret.
Yeah.
Like mining. Able tell me what thing we mine in this country?
No, I have no idea.
Right? Apparently,
There's-
allegedly titanium.
Legend
There's
ore and
still
stuff.
rubies in Taita Taveta.
Allegedly, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Allegedly.
This Kwambox here.
A whole gem. I see what it did
Yeah,
there.
you know what it is, right? No, but like,
There's a whole school on Magadi Road,
anyway,
James Cambridge.
please. Aki unachu.
Tulikuwa tuko sad sana.
TZ
Lazima
wako na
ni
platinum.
inject your bus.
Like, excuse no, for real though. Like things. So in Nigeria, things are so bad every day. Like you know me, I love reading news from all across the continent.
Yeah.
All of you have amazing stories. But if you're in Malawi, we want a connect from Malawi
Yeah,
who can
yeah.
be telling us what's going on there. Zambia, right? And which other country don't we have a connect?
EQ.
Rwanda. Right? EQ we already have a plan. But then ani alirudi job. Hiyo ilikuwa fake AI. Anyway, Nigeria, they have oil.
Yeah.
They have Burna Boy.
Whiskey.
They have talent. Nigerians are talented.
Hey, they're so talented.
As in all sorts of things,
Yeah.
right? But then they are leaders. Unajua what we should do as African youth? Should I
What?
start a revolution?
We all of us.
Yeah.
No.
As Africa.
Guys, we need to really invest in understanding how things work. For real. We really need to invest in understanding, not complaining, not
Yeah.
reactionary,
Yeah.
right? Really understanding.
Yeah, like
Because
what can we do to make
how
things
do you have
better?
oil? How are you famous all over the world? How are you killing it?
In your country, nothing.
Yes. So they are equally, we're in the same boat. We're not judging you guys. We're in the same boat.
Yeah,
As here,
yeah.
things are also hot, right? Hot.
And I'm seeing there are a lot of countries that are now starting to like come to their senses, like Akina. Where is this guy? Why is that country? Burkina Faso, Akina Mali. I think wameshikana mkono. They threw out the IMF.
Yeah.
Although the West has tried to kill Traore like 18 times now.
Traore is the most.
They've tried to kill him 18 times.
guy.
Just because he's told the white man, get the fuck out of my country. And he convinced the countries around him. I think Mali and which other one? Now they have a confederation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, get the fuck out.
Just, I'm
They've
so
tried
proud
to
of
kill
you.
him 18 times. I was like, what the
Look at
fuck?
Drake.
I know.
Who are you?
This Zakayo did this to me, okay? He made me go into
We need to
geopolitics
see
and shit.
the caliber of people you're auditioning because your
Nah.
participants are coming
Like,
with
damn.
points.
Yeah, and then
Except the
also Akina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
You
till
need to repeat it.
there's some power there still. Akina, I think Ghana is going to stop selling cocoa to European countries
Yeah, yeah.
without adding value themselves. So that's what I mean by like us understanding how things work. We need to understand that a lot of value addition doesn't happen here. They buy it for pennies and cents and then
They
go
go, yeah.
make it expensive and then come and sell you that Nutella at like 2,000.
Yeah.
And they bought the cocoa from you. And I'm like, make it make sense.
But also the decisions some of our leaders are making, they all clearly, obviously seem like they're not in our best interest.
They're not. They just want money.
As African youth, as African people, listen, there ain't nobody anywhere in the whole globe who wants us. Right? Look, even if Zambians decide they're moving to Kenya, Kenyans will complain.
Yeah.
Right? But at least we'll stomach you because you look like us, right?
You know?
But are you seeing what's happening in Sweden?
Right.
They don't, like, they had open policies of migration and the world said say less.
What do you mean open?
Right? I mean, they were accepting. Well, Germany also accepted people to go there for Nini. For when there's issues like, you're running away from your country, right? For whatever reason, you're a refugee. They'll take you. Germany had an open door policy. They took a lot of Palestinians and not Palestinians, Ukrainians and whatnot, right?
But do they like niggas?
No, it's not even about that. Now, that open door policy is causing countries like Germany to have like Trumps raising up and saying, we need to close our borders. Right? Sweden, a country that has always been like, come. They are now just like, gang wars are happening in their country. Somali's there and other tribes are doing, like guys, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right? So now they're saying, Swedes who are always chill are just like, no, guys, you gotta leave. You gotta leave.
Out.
So now I want to paint a picture. When it comes to Africa, you guys just seated here nonchalant. We're talking about boobs and all sorts of things, right? And we're distracted. TikTok is here to distract us.
Yeah.
You're distracted as hell, but making money. I hope you're making money on TikTok, right? Make that money. And you're not paying attention to what your leaders are. Your leaders are just selling the countries. They're selling the continent one by one by one. Where are you going to move to? I want to ask you, think deeply to the question I'm asking you, right? Where will you move to?
Because the people who are selling you, they can afford to go and live in that Europe of theirs. So
Yeah,
whoever,
they have houses there. They have houses there. Their monies are there.
They have
right?
assets,
If shit hits the fan because of your
They're
bad decisions,
out.
you can just be like, hey guys, I'm sorry. And you
I'm
go.
moving to Germany.
Right? And there's nothing you'll be left here now, you and your kids and by the way, most Africans, when we think about the future, and I don't know how we digress to this shit, we usually think like, anyway, it's not my monkey. No, it's your kids. Right? If you're 19, right, you'll feel
have
the
another
effects.
60 years, 70 years.
Because when you make the decision, you're just like, why should I care about anything? Chances are you're 25, right? Maybe you don't have a kid. By the time you're turning 30, now your kid, if you have a kid, they are 5 years old, right? So the needs are different. You know, newborn baby, blah, blah, blah. So the income used to make and what's the newborn baby? Then maybe you have 3 more kids in 10 years, right? School fees, graduation, blah, blah, blah. When you put that in perspective, that's the things they're supposed to be fighting for right now.
Facts.
That's it. And our leaders are just like, when businesses talk about Africa, they talk about us as the next frontier, as workers. They don't think about our welfare.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
Yeah. So
we definitely need to pay more attention
we
to
have
that,
to step
for
up.
sure.
Like we have to step up because the way things are going, our parents, they could hepa to state, they go soma.
Imagine.
Australia said they don't even want to give you a goddamn. Hey, it's crazy.
All those offices,
Even
saying at it.
immigration is a big problem.
Yeah.
Just read. Australia said, but you know what guys were doing in Australia?
It's because we're overpopulated. Is that
A lot of
true?
students no more.
You apply. No, but for Australia, even them, they were playing. You could apply to be a student, and then you get a uni. You get there, then you don't
don't come
go
back.
to uni.
What do you mean?
See, now you cancel your exam, and then now your education, and you start working, and your visa is still okay. So that's how everybody was going to Australia.
Munaribu,
Right? They just woke up, they're just like,
moving
student
to
visa
Australia.
is now so stringent. Kuja tuna, just send your brain. Send your brain, don't come.
No.
Yeah,
Like
they
if you
are
really want the
tired.
education.
Yeah.
The internet works great on this side. I don't know about
so
you
we
guys.
don't have an option. We gotta take care of our country. Anyway, our country. So if you're from an African country, put your flag down there. Let's know where you are
Yes, please.
boxing from, right? Finally. Today we spent time talking about human trafficking.
Yeah.
There's a new bill that has been introduced to do donation of body parts. Organs, right? Why do I keep saying body parts? Organs, right? So like if you die, what do you want done to your body?
I don't know, cremated?
With everything.
I mean, if things still work, fine, we can donate, but I don't know if they'll work.
Would you give like your heart?
Yeah, why not? I'll be dead.
Or you donate your body for
Science.
To science.
Yeah, you either
Yeah.
do that or
Cadaver.
science.
Yeah, I'll be dead.
Girl, you know they will make those mini biology guys happy with your titties.
I'll be dead.
A dead body.
I'll be dead. It won't matter. I'll probably come back with an even better
necrophilia is a
body.
real
You know what I
thing.
mean?
You will donate your body, you'll be dished. I'm
I'll
telling
be
you for sure,
dead.
100%.
It won't
I'm
matter.
so sure. Like that has just got me thinking. After you've donated your body to science and then it goes to like, Kenyatta University or Nairobi Uni and then guys are like, wow, kumbe this is what Kerry was working with.
Oh, no.
Na alisumbuliwa hivi.
you didn't. No.
No, I'm
you
talking
did
about my heart.
No.
I have a good heart.
That's not
I have a good heart.
I'm so tired.
For
I'm so tired.
Jerry.
This show, guys.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Nah.
And still on
show
the heart,
can go
like what I was
left
telling you, can you
Yeah,
imagine?
sure. Yeah.
So unajua mtu ako na roho chafu. Si
No,
ndio?
but-
Yeah,
but-
as in,
It's a thing.
yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, but
Ati,
unafikiria kwani ni
you
chafu
need,
for real?
you need a heart transplant and then you go and go, an organ transplant. You get an organ from someone who's just got bad vibes. Like you'll get
Sindio,
their bad vibes.
It's true.
honestly.
You know, baby, like, because in Western worlds, they've done donations. So, like, you can have a donor's card, you walk around with it, or
Yeah,
maybe
when
in the
you
system.
die, exactly,
If
yeah,
you're
yeah.
knocked out here in an accident, the emergency guys already
Haraka,
know
yeah,
that,
yeah.
oh, this one is a donor. They take your body parts, maybe your organs, the ones you've donated. The ones
Yeah.
But here, donation is happening either way. Remember when I told you when you go to a hospital, you should have somebody?
Yeah.
That's the black market,
God.
right? Now, when this story came out, Kenyans were like, yo, black market. Oh, the government is supporting, like, now Shakahola, blah, blah, blah. Like, guys jumped onto
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
But would you donate? You said yes.
Yeah.
You donate. What would you donate?
Whatever is working. Maybe my boobs.
I don't think we've reached boobs.
Okay, never mind. They
Hiyo
need to
tayari
be...
kuna
Boob ni tissue tu.
kuna
I would-
plastic
you know what?
inaekwa.
I'll have actually gotten a breast reduction by then, so it won't count. Anyway, I would.
You're planning to
Wait,
reduce
sasa,
Guys,
let's
focus.
discuss this. Hey.
That's for another day, guys. That's for
What?
another day. Everybody, stay calm. I'm just afraid of going under the knife. Otherwise, I'd have done it by now. I've never had like a major surgery.
Yo,
in my
we are
life.
digressing big time, but like, I'm just gonna
Man,
put
no.
a point on this because we're gonna discuss it right after the show. What?
Okay, fine. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I would donate whatever is still working, whatever can still be used.
Would you donate like to your sibling your kidney?
If I die,
No, now.
if I'm alive, I mean, again, I'm scared of going under the knife. But if it's working, I think I would.
Okay, if your kidney
if it's a
fails,
match.
are you taking a
Taking
kidney?
it back.
Are you taking a kidney donation?
Yeah. I think I would.
Of course you would. Everybody wants to
Yeah.
stay alive.
Yeah, everyone wants to
right?
stay alive.
So I asked this question. I
Yeah.
asked guys, would you donate? Majority said no.
Oh, why?
Religion aspects.
Oh,
Lack of
right.
trust in the government.
Okay.
Like there's such ridiculous points I read. Someone told me parapanda ikilia.
So just say it's me.
Tumeamshwa. Eh?
Sini mimi.
Yeah, just say it's
and
me.
then you don't-
Unanijua.
niko hapo sina macho. Tuko side gani?
Ama umedonate
Ongea,
masikio,
masikio zimeenda.
Hautasikia parapanda.
Right?
Oh, umelala bado.
Ati
Na
kwenda
udonate.
kufeel na kam sina feeling.
Siku feel anything.
Sikusikia. Yeah. So those kind of
Right.
comments, and then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
also the aspect of there's someone who told me ati hiyo pesa simi nishaenda niwache familia get out of
Guy.
here never.
Yeah.
As in, if I'm not eating the money for the organ, right? And the thing is,
It's a donation.
It's a donation.
Nobody's
it's not,
making money.
But people are making money. So after fighting like that, we invited the MP to the show, and you can watch the whole YouTube link. It's on Kisa 100 Kenya page, so you really understand what the challenge is, right? Yo, bro, this guy is telling us that you know when someone dies, see they're recorded in the mortuary. Do you know who's pushing this trade of black market for organs?
Ooh.
Doctors, morticians, morgue people. Because I mean, me and you, what can we do with organs?
Yeah.
Who do we even know can be able to? The best people are the people in the healthcare and the death
Yeah.
system,
Yeah.
right? So see now your person has died, they're in the morgue. I mean, when you go to Omboleza, you just take the body,
And
cleaned,
go bury.
imefungwa, blah blah blah, you go.
Yeah.
Ukiona
The
sura
organs
niyo
have been
basi.
taken.
Oh, snap.
Yes. And
Without
this-
consent?
Yes. Now, if you're found right now with the law, if you're found doing that business, right? Let's say you're a mortician, let's say you're a person in the hospital. The most that can be done is you're fired.
Stop.
There's
Yeah.
no legal framework to how you should be dealt with.
No.
Yes. So people are doing this. Like it's hospitals, doctors are doing this. Because rich people, you're going to sit there and you have the money.
Shut up.
You're walking around and someone unashinda tu kusema unajua my body is healthy. Don't say that shit. Sema liver zimeisha.
Guys.
Right? Me kwanza, there's nothing coming here. Yeah. Lungs kwisha. Kwisha. Kila kitu kwisha.
Finished.
there's nothing to collect.
I'm going to use it to the maximum.
Your doctor tells you, oh, no, we need to put you under, Sujui, there is a procedure we need to check. They're taking some things.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Allegedly. So the black market is healthy with no framework. So why would you cancel all this because of at the black market?
Yeah.
On the flip side, do you know how many people are in hospitals right now waiting for an organ?
Okay, honestly,
But they
yeah.
don't
Do you know how
where
many
it's
people are
coming from.
blind in Kenya? And they could be saved by a cornea that your person has gone with. But you don't want
Imagine.
the eyes have to be kept intact. So that person is
Because-
blind. And they could be fixed.
You see what I mean? Like, if you can help someone, go for it, bro. If you find it still working, I would donate.
Yeah.
My only concern is
What?
my only concern is that Gava is going to fumble it.
Oh, of course they will. No, of course they will.
That's it.
Yeah.
If they can,
That should be anyone's only concern. But if you can
title
help
deeds
someone,
can be stolen from the office,
Bruh.
the office of lands. Like someone
Imagine.
breaks there and takes title deeds.
like this is where you are the custodians and you're being stolen from. How? But
Unajua
yeah,
utasikia
be
tu
quite
breaking
sad, yeah.
news. Kidneys have been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Mtu ameingia huko amebeba kidneys police are chasing the suspect is armed, right?
the kidneys in the
600 hearts disappeared from the organ bank.
Yeah, it's quite sad. And it's like there's a tendency of such things happening because it just might turn into a money-making business.
It is.
Yeah.
It already is.
It already is. I wasn't telling you guys that story
No,
here
but
about
now on a larger scale.
people being mcheled and disappearing and then their body showing up without their kidney, their
Bro,
heart.
you're
Yeah.
forgetting
See,
I
alikuwa
was
Dandora.
mcheled.
Yeah.
Literally, the only conclusion we had is that these guys were
Wanted
taking
your
me for an
organs,
organ.
facts.
And then they're like, who are you?
No,
At that time I used to
facts.
smoke cigarettes. So they're like, who are you?
Yeah.
Ah, we are ana lungs.
See, Safi.
We are ana lungs.
And plus, another thing, I was very drunk. So I think the procedure, they felt like they couldn't do it for whatever reason. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I know that
me, I've had a friend who was challenged by a mama, by the way. It wasn't even a guy, a mama, someone who you like auntie or mom. Like challenged her, but she was able to like get help before anything bad happened. But if it did, and there was like a whole ring, and I can't remember who was telling this story. Sides of Kiambu Road.
Yeah.
There's a whole ring of like guys who challenge people to steal their organs. There's a mama, there's an older guy, they have someone for everybody. There's someone who will do the mchelling, pretending they're talking to you. Because, like leaving the club with a babe who looks drunk, it's not that hard. I'm like, I need rafiki yangu tu amelewa. So easy. Unamweka kwa gari, you go. You take the organs. It's happening, guys. It's actually happening. It's very scary.
All right. On that note, visit Kenya.
Yeah.
Kenya is a beautiful country. We have a lot of beautiful things happening. Guys, our international audience is growing. And I just want to shout out everybody who's been watching us and loving our vibe. I think this is a good place to end the episode. And why don't you hit us up in the comment section and tell us who you'd like to sit in the podcast. And don't tell us someone you've seen on another podcast.